local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, we want to welcome you to the Canadian Brewhouse, where we've got another great Tuesday night sports show planned for you. Dennett and Josh Dudding are here to talk Bandits Hockey, and they're gearing up for Junior B Provincials. And our look back today is on the Bandits' 1993 championship team, plus Marcus Lam Peters will be here to tell us about the Notorious Fitness Camp, which is starting on February 7th and running through February the 8th. Here at the Canadian Brewhouse, you can catch all the Edmonton Oilers games, including this Thursday night when they play San Jose. I think the Oilers have 4 games left before the Olympic break. It might be 5, but it's something like that. I know Thursday they play San Jose, and then they're playing on Saturday. They got Minnesota for Hockey Night in Canada. I know they have the Flames before they leave for the Olympics, and they've got a big one against the Leafs in Edmonton, which is always packed as well. But you can catch all Edmonton Oilers hockey here and all Team Canada's games here at the Canadian Brewhouse, as well as we're about a week away from heading over to Milan. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior for iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal. You can give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or see them on their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste. After all, it is Superior Water. We've got some big news here from the pool. Border City Stingray JC Forbes has qualified for nationals in Quebec this March and will represent Saskatchewan. JC is a grade 11 student that competes with the Border City Stingrays Artistic Club. She qualified to represent Saskatchewan at the Sandra Roberts Provincials and will be off to Quebec City in the middle of March. And stay tuned. She'll be a guest here with us soon, and there'll be a fundraiser here at the Canadian Brewhouse. They're going to have a steak night for her on February 25th to help with the cost of heading out to Quebec City. Lloydminster Bobcats are home to Fort McMurray on Friday night, 7 p.m. The Cats sit 4th in the AJHL North Division now, 2 points behind Fort Mac for 3rd. They do have 3 games in hand, so that's a big game coming up against Fort Mac. The Bobcats will hit the road after that, and they won't play another home game until February 20th when Drumheller is here at the Cenovus Energy Hub. And the Lloydminster Bandits are home on Saturday night to Vegreville. The Bandits are coming off a big 3-2 win over Vermilion last Sunday. Bandits only have 6 games remaining in the regular season. They'll be in Cold Lake Friday before playing Vegreville at the Cenovus Energy Hub, 7:30 on Saturday night. And our Lloydminster Look Back today takes us back to 1993 when the Bandits were Western Canadian Junior B champions. The Lloydminster Look Back is brought to you by Exhaust Masters. Smooth out life's bumpy road with suspension, brakes, shocks, and struts from Exhaust Masters Lloydminster. See exhaustmasters.ca or call 780-875-8851.
5 losses.
The Bandits are still basking in the glow of their Western Canadian Junior B Championship win, and today the team received a much-deserved pat on the back from the city.
And I say to you, congratulations. We're extremely proud of you, and I think you can see by the people who have turned out today that there are a lot of people who are proud of you.
It is a great feeling, Greg. There's no doubt about it. When you do something here in Lloydminster, the people from Lloydminster definitely get out and get behind you, as you can see from the amount of people that were here today. On just a couple of days' notice again, you know, a whole pile of people showed up, and it is a great feeling, too.
Puck is dropped, and this is Redden again on net. He scores! Bart Rodden, number 26, puts the Lloydminster Bandits up 4-3 with 40 seconds left, and they're going wild in center ice.
It's been almost 2 weeks since the Bandits won the gold medal game in Selkirk, Manitoba, and the magnitude of that win has yet to set in.
I think it's going to be a while before it actually sets in and really, you really realize what you've accomplished. And I know right now everybody's just busy getting caught up on what they've missed in the last month. And I think it's going to be halfway through the summer sitting at the lake or having some quiet time to yourself where you realize that what you've done and what you've accomplished. You won Alberta and you're the best team in Western Canada. And the boys did themselves proud, and they deserve all the credit they're getting. And but I think it is going to take a while for it to set in.
Well, today's reception is to honor their win. At the same time, it helps out to pay some of the team's bills that added up on their journey to the Western Canadian crown.
You know, it costs a little bit of money to put this thing on, but there is some extra money available to us, and it will be donated to us. And we're pretty close to reaching our goal that we wanted when we left for Selkirk, which was right around the $10,000 mark. We had really good response from the community when before we left, and like I say, in 2 days we got just about $5,000 from different people, and there still is donations coming in all the time.
The Bandits are a team right now riding a wave of admiration. Life in the spotlight has made the win even sweeter.
Well, it's always nice to be appreciated when you win something like this, and it was a great thing here we had today with the luncheon. A lot of people came out to support us, and they brought in some money for us to help pay for the debts that we ran up in the last 3-4 weeks. So it's always nice to see the people support us like that.
And now on this weekend, trading in the pads to put on a tuxedo and be in a fashion show. Are you going to trade in the hockey career for maybe a career in fashion?
I highly doubt that.
We're heading out again this week to deliver cupcakes to a very deserving group of caregivers, so watch for that soon. You can nominate a caregiver or caregivers for Cupcakes for Caregivers just by sending us an email and telling us a little about them. From nurses and doctors and home care staff and other professionals. But a reminder that you can also nominate family members for Cupcakes for Caregivers. 1 in 4 people are caregivers. It's a great way to show your appreciation. Just email with as many details or as little details as you would like to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly presented by Lloydminster Sobeys and Umbrella Marketing and Design. And Love Story is coming your way very shortly as well with Spiro's and Richardson's Jewelry. And watch our page for details on an announcement of who we will be talking to. We'll have that for you very soon as well. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. BioClean Disaster Services is there through any kind of disaster, whether it's fire, flood, or wind, which we certainly have seen a lot of this winter. You can call BioClean at 1-833-246-8326. They'll take care of your belongings and take care of your property. More than anything, take care of you. They're Lloydminster's local restoration company. They're now Lloydminster's largest restoration company, BioClean Disaster Services. Take a break and come right back here at the Canadian Brewhouse and talk Bandits Hockey.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
What if your lifestyle could say as vibrant as you are? Would you be more active, more social? Would your life be filled with more possibilities to live fully? Care Freedom Living by Wellings is designed to do just that. It's a new concept for vibrant adults 55 plus that's more modern and unexpected. Discover a lifestyle created on your terms and lived at your pace. Then imagine that life could feel this good every day. Visit Wellings to discover more. 3211 72nd Avenue, Lloydminster, and at wellingsoflloydminster.com. We're here at the Canadian Brewhouse for the Tuesday night sports show. Thanks to Cord and his staff for hosting us tonight. It's always a nice, warm atmosphere when you come into the Canadian Brewhouse, and it's always a great place to watch Oiler games. This is the place to watch Oiler games. And I was just looking at the poster for Ribeye Saturdays. I got to tell you, Ribeye Saturdays is awesome here at the Canadian Brewhouse. We love coming in on Saturdays and ordering the big ribeye. There's two sizes, but the big one is absolutely fantastic, and it's awesome when the Oilers play. And this Saturday, the Oilers are home to Minnesota, so there'll be lots of great atmosphere in here on Saturday night and Thursday night. The Sharks are in Edmonton. This is your place to watch Edmonton Oilers hockey in Lloydminster. Speaking of hockey in Lloydminster, we have two members of the Lloydminster Bandits here. We have Josh Dudding here, and we have Corey Dennett here to talk to us about provincials and how the season's going with the Bandits. It's a huge year when you host provincials, and the Bandits have had a great amount of success. They haven't quite been able to get over that peak, but they've had a lot of success in the last few years, and we're excited to have both Josh and Corey here. Thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, provincials coming up. Is a little bit more pressure? Like I think I asked you last time you were here, Josh, if it puts a little more pressure on the team. It was a long ways away at then. Now all of a sudden we're like 3 months away. It's creeping up. But does it start to feel a little bit like there's more pressure in a year where you're hosting provincials?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was a couple months since I've been here last time, but yeah, you did. It's always in the back of your mind. You're hosting provincials, so it's an easy way to, I guess, you can deal with the privilege. But our message to the guys is, it's pressure is a privilege, and at this kind of stage of the year where we're at, it's kind of take games one at a time, and you always want to earn your way in through the front door, not just from hosting. So we're taking it game by game and kind of enjoying it.
It's been a good season so far. You guys have had a great season. You were here to kick off the season, and that seems like forever ago. 6 games left, Josh. Where'd the season go?
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that. We're counting our games. We got it written on the whiteboard in the room, and I'm like, how do we only have 3 road games here, road on here? And yeah, it sneaks up on you. And we're, some guys are. This is kind of the time of the year where, guys get a week off of school and they're going away for a week or something before playoffs. And I'm like, holy man, it's that time of year already.
Yeah, I can't believe where it's gone, but it's been a good year for you guys. That was a huge win on Sunday. Tell us about that win over Vermilion.
Yeah, for sure. It was, just where we're sitting in the standings. First is 100% up in the air between us, Vermilion, and Wainwright. We were fortunate enough to play a lot of games earlier in the season, so we had a little bit of a break this weekend. So we had Friday, Saturday off, and Vermilion had kind of that gauntlet weekend that, we talked about last time we were here. They played Friday, Saturday, and then had us. So we fortunate enough to play well enough to come out of that game. But man, I can't give them enough credit. They playing 3 games in 3 nights is not easy, and they pushed hard. And without Shea Stewart in our net in that third period in the last 10 minutes when we had to eat a 5-on-3 penalty kill. That was, I don't know if I've ever been so nervous standing on the bench right there.
How important is it in Junior B hockey to finish first?
It's something you always set your sights on. Our message this year was, that's our goal. We're going in provincials. You always want to kind of be the big dog on the block and sit number 1. This year, I would say there's more of it's always a reward to finish first, but I would say this year it's a little bit more to finish first or second, just in the league changed the rules. So 1 and 2 get a bye this year. So if you finish in one of those spots, you get a week off from the 17th to the 25th. And if you're in 3 to 6, you have 8 days to play potentially 5 games. So you definitely want to finish 1 or 2 to get that week off and have some guys rest up and get ready for round 2.
Absolutely. Do you feel a little more pressure because it's provincials this year?
It is.
And the last time they hosted them, they won.
Well, they did,
Yeah.
right? And it's one of those things where, obviously helping with the team too, but having a kid on the team, right? Like just watching Kate kind of go through it, and all the guys that he's played hockey with for years and years and years, right? And just getting the opportunity now to host provincials. A lot of these kids have never been to a provincial tournament through minor hockey, right? So, yeah, there's some pressure for them, I think, but also too, it's just the expectation of themselves to be able to go out there and do what they do, and not as much for themselves, but for each other, right? So,
yeah. With provincials being April 1st to 5th, I know you guys will have tickets on sale soon. You got a website you're building.
Yeah, we have a website we're building. The website hopefully will be going by the end of this week, early next week. Tickets will be on sale through the website, or we will be setting up certain times, kind of going through playoffs that people can come down, and if they'd rather just not buy them online, buy them in person. Kind of the same thing we did last year with playoffs. Makes it a little bit easier for the older folks, right? Not really just easier to come down with cash and buy tickets. There's different ways. Obviously, there's an adult event pass, which is $50. That gets you into all the games. There's adult day passes, which are $15. There's senior and student passes for the event, which are $30. And then a senior and student pass for the day is $10. And then family pass, which is 2 adults and 2 students, is $140. And then obviously there's group rates for, if we have the skyboxes that we're able to sell also. And obviously that stuff will kind of, as people ask for it or want it, you can buy tickets through the website also. Right? So,
do you have those on sale already?
We don't have them on sale yet.
Okay.
Like I said, the website will be going here right away. Hopefully by the end of this week, beginning of next week. And the website will have that as the tournament's going, it'll have a QR code for 50/50. It'll have Factory Sports on there with their kind of store to buy Bandit apparel or also provincial apparel. And we'll have a volunteer schedule on there also.
A lot of inquiries about I would think it'd be a lot of inquiries about those suites. And you've made ticket prices pretty darn reasonable. You get in for the entire day for, did I hear you say $30?
Yeah. Well, no, $15 gets you adult in for three games, right?
Right.
So the whole day for $15. It's one of those ones where, we have a lot of good sponsors that are helping out to make it more affordable for the community to come down. Obviously, we can seat 2,500 people in that building. So if we can fit 2,500 in there, that's what we'd like to do, right? So
sponsorship is something you're still looking for.
We are looking for some sponsors. There is 3 different packages. Obviously, we have a gold, silver, and a bronze package. The gold package is $5,000. The silver is $2,500, and then the bronze is $1,000. And obviously, with each of those, it gives you different signage, game day passes for the week, stuff like that, right? So kind of the more you spend, I guess the more you get, right?
Yep.
That's the way it works. So yeah.
Yep. So how do you get in touch with you
for sponsorship? You can just reach out to lloydminsterbandits@gmail.com. That's an email that goes to Janelle, the team manager, who shout out to her. She does a lot of work that goes kind of behind the scenes and nobody sees. And, the Bandits kind of wouldn't be where they are right now without her in the background. So she'd be the one kind of looking after that stuff. And then, myself also, and then the 7 or 8 volunteers we have on the provincial committee that, meeting and trying to get everything organized. There's a lot that goes on in the back that a lot of people don't know about, or that do know about, that have been through this with provincial tournaments and stuff, right?
It's kind of exciting. It'll be the first really big tournament, I guess. Call it tournament at the Synovus Energy Hub, won't it?
We joke that it's kind of, we want the Bandits to be the first ones to hang a banner in that building, right? So it's that more pressure, Josh. That's more pressure.
Yeah, no, exactly. But hey, we're looking forward to it. I was talking with our assistant coach, Corey Dallin, and we were talking about provincials, and you won it as a player. How cool would it be to win it as a coach? And then I reminded him that he's a little bit older than I am, because one of our youngest players was his dad was Corey's teammate. So it's funny how the world kind of comes full circle.
Yeah. Well, that we saw Corey in the look back from '93. Here he looks like he must be he must be 16 years old.
Well, he had hair, right?
Yeah, he had hair. Yeah, that's a real good point. Yeah, hair. Yeah. You mentioned volunteers. Let's talk about volunteers. How many do you need?
So it looks like we're looking around at 12 to 13 per game. We need anybody from working the door, hole punching tickets, taking tickets, selling tickets. Working the penalty box, opening doors, live scoring. We got Wade and Mars. Everybody knows who they are.
Yep.
Mars is He's already got his game sheets probably filled out already, ready to go. He's just wondering which teams are coming and playing, right? So that, and we're doing a silent auction table also, right? Just to kind of give people something to do, I guess, while they're there. Just, let's support the Bandits by spending money on some Oiler tickets or whatever, right?
Yep.
So there's a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, there's about 8 to 10 of us that are on the committee, I guess, that'll be there kind of helping out as much as we can. But the Knights of Columbus has been doing our 50-50 for the last 2 years now, so shout out to them. They are on board helping with the 50-50. But, if we have 2,500 people in that barn, might need more than 2 or 3 guys to sell 50-50s, right? So, we're looking at that. The 50-50s, we're just going to kind of run 6 different draws. So obviously the tournament's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So each one of those days will just be kind of one 50-50 like the SO Cup was.
Yep.
And then the bronze medal game will have its own 50-50, and then the gold medal will have its own 50-50 also, right? So
okay,
a whole bunch of chances to win, some money.
So if you want to volunteer, you mentioned that'll be on the website.
So it'll be on the website. What we'll do is obviously they'll have the email, the lloydminsterbandits@gmail.com. And then also what we're going to do is just have a Google sheet on there where, it's like, okay, I want to work this game. You just kind of plug your name in there and it just auto-populates so people can see. And it's just kind of easy for everybody, right?
Right.
So
how many games per day?
3.
3?
Yeah.
3. And Bandits will always be the late game?
Yeah, so we know our schedule, so we'll play the late game Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday we'll play the middle of the day, 2:30.
Yeah, I'm always excited when provincials come to Lloyd. Like, it just, like, I remember '99. This city was crazy for the Bandits hockey in '99, and last year when you guys went into the playoffs, it was awesome to see the Civic Center with 1,400, 1,500, 1,600 people in there, and just loving hockey. And I know this year it that rivalry that you guys have with Vermilion, it just keeps heating up. Like, it's one thing to say you got a rivalry with Wainwright, but it's Vermilion. You guys just back and forth because you're so familiar with each other.
Well, that's a lot of those kids like Cade, my son, right? Like, a lot of those kids have played together for 20 years. Well, not 20 years, but 15 years, right? So they know each other, right? And it's like they're buddies off the ice, but once puck drops, it's go time, right?
How do you guys get better from now to provincials? What do you do? Like, you got that week off, that'll help, but
yeah, I think for us to finish in the spot that we want to finish in, we have to run the table, win the next 6. So I think it's developing that playoff mindset now, because a lot of teams might think, hey, you get through the next 6 games and we're going to turn on. It's playoffs, it's the important time. But I think you need to develop that consistency and that mindset of we want to be the top dogs and we got to play a certain way. So that's kind of how we're approaching the next 3 weeks.
How's it been at the Cenovus Energy Hub this year?
It's awesome. It's I've said it this all year. It's a privilege to be able to give the opportunity to having that room. From our games, I think there was 500-600 people on a call it a random Sunday in January with Vermilion coming to town. So it's
freezing
cool.
Cold.
Yeah, minus 40 or whatever it was. So it's always cool to play in front of those big crowds. And I know we mentioned in round 2 last year, I just remember standing on the bench going out for the 3rd period. We were down a goal or 2 and just thinking, I don't remember playing in an atmosphere, let alone standing on a bench for it. So I think that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to provincials is you get to play a couple, some new teams that you don't get a chance to play that often, and seeing how full we can make that barn.
What am I forgetting, gentlemen?
One thing we are talking about, like with Corey Dallin, obviously, is doing kind of get the old Bandits back, the alumni night, right? So maybe a Friday or Saturday night, kind of reach out to all the guys that have played over the years and years and years, and just set off a section there and just have them come down and just reminisce about how it was for them, right? And just kind of, here's the new breed, here's the new group, right? And just kind of show our gratitude for what they've done in the past to make the Bandits what they are today, right?
That's really something when you say we want to hang the first banner. I never thought of that. Only sports guys would think of that. Like, we want to be the first.
Yeah, I know when we still got to move some stuff out of the Civic, and you're kind of taking a peek around and seeing, okay, most teams would think, hey, they're winning the championship. We got a few banners in there, but the Bandits won every year in the 90s and 2 or 3 times since then. So it's it makes you want your own. It's an easy way to put that.
Yeah, absolutely. And those teams, you mentioned those teams, they do go down in history. Like when you're looking back at old footage and stuff, I remember that guy. I remember Gazdowich being in net. He was a heck of a ball player too, and that kind of stuff. And you're seeing Corey there, and you're seeing guys that, were probably my age at that time. So I knew quite a few of those guys that were playing, and I think they still, are proud to represent the Bandits. Could be when you win a championship like that, it just, your name is synonymous with the Bandits forever.
Yeah, I'd be, with hopefully getting the opportunity to have the alumni night. I'm curious to see if some of the older boys still got their jersey, just to see some throwbacks out there in the stands. That'd be pretty cool.
I bet they do. Yeah.
Oh, that'd
absolutely.
be nice if they did. Yeah.
Yeah. Bart Redden. There's another guy, right? Saw him score the goal there. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And come back and see us. We're going to come back in March.
Yeah.
And see us as we get closer too, as well.
For sure.
So we appreciate that.
Yeah,
and best of luck the rest of the way. 6 games. And they're all easy.
I just wanted to give one shout out to Cord and the Brewhouse. We had our steak night on Thursday last week. Went off really, really well. Couldn't do it without him. This is, I think, the second time or third time we've done it here. And, he helps out those the local teams. He's helping us out with provincials too. So shout out to Cord and the Brewhouse and the staff. Just thanks again.
I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Yeah, it's a great atmosphere in here. Like, I love coming in here on Saturday night for ribeye night.
Well, I think we had about 200 people in here on a Thursday night, right? So it was, you couldn't really move.
And it was freezing.
It was cold.
It was,
and we still had it packed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the coldest nights. But it's always warm in this building. It is always nice and warm, and it's always an awesome atmosphere here at the Canadian Brewhouse. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
No, for sure.
We'll take a break and be right back with Marcus Lam Peters, and we'll talk about the notorious sports in just a moment.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, We're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden and Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years. It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with a Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Hey, welcome back to the Canadian Brewhouse. Thanks for sticking with us today. We are here at the Canadian Brewhouse where this is your home of the Edmonton Oilers, and lots of Edmonton Oilers hockey coming up. And we're pleased to be joined by Marcus Lam Peters. He's here to talk about the Notorious Fitness Camp, which is happening on February 7th and 8th. So thanks for giving us some of your time, Marcus. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kurt.
So what is the Notorious Fitness Camp? We've had you on the show before for a football camp. That was Notorious as well.
Yes.
This is a little bit different, though.
Yeah, so this is a multi-sport camp that we're going to be doing. It's for kids that are in grade 1 to 6. So we have 3 different sports that we're going to feature. There's going to be football, there'll be softball, and then there will be basketball. So for me, I played football in university, so that's the sport that I'm going to be coaching. We have Coach Sheree Thomas, who's the head coach of the men's Rustlers basketball team right now, and then we also have Corey Jones, who's a national softball player.
What kind of stuff do you do at the Notorious Fitness Camp for the youth?
Well, since we have kids that are in grades 1 to 6, this is more of an introductory camp. So we're not expecting the kids to come in and be at a high level. For a lot of these kids, it's going to be the first time they ever got to try that. Like a kid that's grade 1, they're 6, 7 years old. So a lot of those kids, they're just learning how to catch, how to throw the ball. They're learning how to swing a bat. They're learning how to shoot a basketball. So we're really trying to show them the fundamentals of each sport. But we want to do it in a very fun way as well. So it's the fundamentals and then what we call the fundamentals, right?
Right.
So they get to do a little bit of competitions and just some games to reinforce the skills that we're teaching them.
Are you doing different age groups or everybody all together?
No, we're gonna split it up. So the more kids that comes, the easier it is to split them up, right? If you get, if we only had 10 kids, for example, then we'd probably put them all together. But we get a decently large group, so we're able to split it up, and we try to do grades 1 and 2 together, 3 to 4 together, and then we do 5 to 6 together.
Okay, and where are you doing this at?
We're gonna be doing this at the Vault, the Synergy Vault, right across from Holy Rosary.
What are your times like? What are you looking at for days?
Yeah, it'll be February the 7th and the 8th, starting at 12 o'clock. So parents can show up with their kids anywhere from 11:30, so we can start getting them registered and brought into the facility. So from 12 to 3, we'll be doing the sport part of it, and then Canadian Brewhouse is actually sponsoring the event, so they'll be feeding the kids after each day for about 30 minutes after.
What do you need, Marcus? What do you need to bring with you?
You got to bring your athletic wear. So whether you want to wear shorts and a t-shirt or sweatpants, whatever you're most comfortable in. We are going to be providing water bottles, but if you want to bring a water bottle as well, you can do that. I've had some parents ask if they should bring baseballs or gloves for the kids that are doing softball. If you have those things and you want to bring them, phenomenal. Bring it along with you, but we'll be providing those things.
And can you take us through like when we're talking about fundamentals for football? Let's use football as an example.
Okay.
What kind of stuff will you be? Just how to catch, how to throw?
The fundamentals of football from my perspective is you got to be able to control the ball. You got to keep the ball in your possession. So how to carry the ball. The second thing is, you want to be able to throw the ball, right? So there's always going to be a quarterback on the field.
Yep.
And with a quarterback is going to come a receiver. So if somebody's going to throw you the ball, you got to be able to catch the ball. Those are fundamentals not only for football, but for pretty much all sports, right? If you're looking at basketball, I'm going to pass the ball and you got to be able to catch the ball. Same thing with softball, right? You're going to throw the ball. You got to be able to catch the ball, right? Those are fundamentals of team sports for the most part, especially where you're using your hands. Everything except for pretty much hockey and soccer. When it comes to team sports, you're usually going to be throwing and catching. And then also, I try to introduce a little bit of a defensive mindset to it too, right? There's obviously throwing and catching because you're trying to score, but there's going to be an opponent, someone trying to stop that team. So I try to introduce them to things like, okay, what kind of angles can you take to prevent them from getting to where they want to go, to getting to the end zone, right? At a very young age, it's really important to start teaching angles, right? So that kids can understand not only how to stop an opponent, but also when you're on offense to understand, like, what are the angles that they have here? How can I use their movement to my advantage? And again, those things work. They translate to all types of sports. So I just mentioned soccer and hockey as 2 sports that you don't throw and catch with, but as a hockey player, if I'm playing defense, I gotta understand the angles here, right? when I have a winger coming down down the boards, I got to understand, okay, can I squeeze him in there so he has no more space? If I start squeezing over towards the boards, well, how much space am I opening up to the center of the ice? It's a really similar thing with a sport like soccer. So, you know, the pitch or the rink or the court, whatever you're playing on for your sport, that might change. But the fundamentals of like understanding space, understanding the movement of your opponents, understanding where your teammate is and your role within that structure. Again, it's ages 1 to 6, grades 1 to 6. So you don't get too deep into it, but you want to introduce those concepts to them. If they can get it in one sport, it'll translate through the rest of them.
How do you get associated with the Notorious Fitness Camp? What do you do?
Okay, so I don't have it off the top of my head here, but there is a link that you can actually access. If you go on Instagram and you type in Notorious Fitness, you'll see my page come up. You just click on the link there and it'll give you tickets to get to the event.
You mentioned Canadian Brewhouse is one of your sponsors. You have other sponsors as well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So what else do people have to know? Am I forgetting anything?
No, I think that's it. You know what? Actually, the one thing I did want to do was offer your listeners a discount. So if I could offer your discounts a 20% discount, what do you think a good promo code would be for you guys?
Kurt,
there we go. 20% discount for anybody that types in Kurt. Yeah, like I said, just go on Instagram or even on Facebook, type in Notorious Fitness. My page will pop off. I'm sorry, I'm not remembering the link off the top of my head. But if you type in either that on Instagram or on Facebook, you'll be able to access the link from there. And then, yeah, just enter Kurt, get 20% off.
Thanks, Marcus. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate it.
Definitely.
We're back with you on Thursday, and we're going to be heading back at the new Lloydminster Nissan. We're going to be talking about Empowered to Recover. So Carrie Robb will join us again. This event in March is gaining in popularity, and we're also going to be talking to Tyler Lorenz, who will be the keynote speaker at that event. So he'll fill us in. That's Thursday morning at the new Lloydminster Nissan. We'll talk to you then.